the ability, you have to pick one of those three moves and somehow punish them. And some characters don't even have anything to punish the instant air fan with. It's totally silly.
Right. The down one, like, for example, max range or something. Giant cages, me too especially, like, once you're in a certain range, forward 3 has pretty good range, and you can use that kind of set your offense. If you do forward 3-2, if they try and cross you over, you'll just move away. You won't get hit by them. If you just do forward 3, it's usually okay too. And it's got pretty good range, pretty fast. If you do max range down 1, Giant Cage will never get in with forward 3, just forward 3. Like, you can, like, take a step forward. If you even think I'm going to do it, it'll just stuff me out of it. Or if I'm approaching you, just walking forward, and you're walking back, you can just take a slight step forward and down 1, as it, like, to put yourself in max range down 1 distance, and then, okay, I just got poked out a little further, and what can I do then? Like, I would have to, I don't even know what I could do in that situation, to, like, dash forward, block, and then try and punish down 1 or something. Like, that's the only thing I can really think of, like, or just hope I'm out of range for it. Like, hope I'm out of range for it and do a back 3 to, like, launch you, like, and what if you don't do down 1? Okay, then I whiffed a back 3, either eat an instant air fan, or eat forward 2-1. It's insane.
I tried that in tournament, like, if you watch, I'm just kind of throwing out back 2s at, like, jump distance.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping you down 1. It's suicidal, and it actually worked one time.
Yeah.
That's
how bad the match is.
What about after a blocked down 1?
Blocked down 1? The only thing you can really do is hope to back 3, or you can do a forward 3, like, not even as a punishment thing, like, if you're reacting to you have blocked the down 1, like, I would just try and get a forward 3 into some sort of pressure or something, like.
Well, a lot of people say that they would just counter poke after the down 1. What happens when
it's like saying you're going to counter poke after a max range down 4 with Melina or Sonya. If you're not in range for anything, nothing is in range, you're going to whiff. That thing has got too much fucking range.
Yeah. That's the main issue.
It's got way too. It's not like anyone else's down 1 where they're at point blank range and you block it. They're fucking a sweep distance away. What the fuck are you gonna condition her to start blocking? Unless you're Liu Kang and you've got back 3-1-2 or whatever it is. You've got nothing to force her to block after that thing. It's stupid. Only if she's at point blank range is that gonna be viable.
Yeah, that's why Kitana is one huge problem for Giant Cage with that also is, okay, so for example, like, let's say I think the opponent is going to down 1, and I want to whiff punish it. I can be slightly outside down 1 range, and just throw out back 3, to try and whiff punish or something. If I'm wrong and they're just blocking, I'm still in range for it to be blocked, and it hits them, and they're pushed back, and most characters can't punish back there. There's a few, like Reptile, and like Raiden, Giant Cage, but most characters, I'm just like, okay, well, I was wrong, they didn't throw out a down 1, they blocked it, and I just got pushed back a little bit. Against Kitana, it just whiffs, like, and she's not in block stun, and she can throw out anything to try and whiff punish it, so that's a huge problem, yeah.
Would you rather have a lightsaber or like a wizard staff, like Gandalf's?
Lightsaber.
Lightsaber, dude. Get out
Of course.
Doesn't the staff not have like any powers? It's just like the wizard has a staff.
Well, I mean, naturally it would have powers.
What powers are we talking about?
Let's just say standard stuff.
What's standard witchcraft, man?
Let's say like,
is this Diablo 1? Is it a
you can fly.
Staff of the Apocalypse or whatever?
Yeah, it's nothing like stupid. Like, you can't use the stipulation of, well, if I have a wizard staff, I'll just make a spell to create a lightsaber.
So like, it's nothing stupid. It's just the standard wizardry.
The standard fare, you know.
Just
right, we're not
standard.
Nothing ridiculous.
Standard elemental attacks.
Elemental?
Yeah, just like, fire or thunder.
Lightning?
Like that.
I would go with wizard staff in that case.
I'm sticking with lightsaber.
It'd be pretty cool to melt the snow and shit.
I think I would kill myself with a lightsaber accidentally. No one ever does it in the movies, but I'm sure I would.
Yeah, aren't they hot? Like,
No, I don't think they're hot.
No,
Not the handle.
I don't think lightsaber's hot. It's light. It's like a fluorescent bulb.
But they do burn the wound, though.
yeah.
Cauterizes the wound.
Which I always thought was so stupid.
What do you mean? It's a lightsaber.
So why would it...
It's a laser. Does a laser give off heat?
Yes.
Yeah,
well,
I think
maybe
do.
they are hot then. I don't know. I guess they would have to have some sort of heat.
So I got a question for you guys too. Who is your favorite American Gladiator?
The guy that played Jax in MK Annihilation.
Turbo.
I like Nitro.
Oh, I was gonna say Nitro too.
Nitro.
Yeah.
He didn't say shit, man. Like all like laser and all that, and they were all like embracing the camera and like
Laser was a big chode. I hated that guy.
yeah, they were all like, all the girls were screaming at him and shit. Oh, I love Laser, and he's all got his fucking John Cena smile and all that. Nitro didn't give a fuck. He was an original. He didn't give a fuck about the cameras. He just wanted to fuck people up. He was fucking tight.
We're calling out laser.
Fucking Laser. Dude, that dude was a fucking tool, dude.
Do you guys remember Two Scoops Barry, the guy who like beat the gladiators in every event?
No.
In that episode?
No.
What?
Like
What?
Wesley Two Scoops Barry was the guy's name.
Two
And-
scoops.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Like
was
Raisin
Two-
Bran?
I guess. I don't know. But he was like, he was crazy. He beat the gladiators in every event, and he like dominated the gauntlet thing in record time, and it was awesome.
How come they didn't make him one?
I don't know. He's like a pretty thin guy. He wasn't like jacked or anything. So
What the fuck? Did he win in Joust?
I don't remember if he did joust or not, but if he did, he won. Yeah.
The Gladiators wrecked Joust.
Yeah, because they're like super buff dudes, and they're
Fucking
like,
huge, man.
who has practiced jousting on a platform like that? You know, like they have all the practice in the world in this obscure event. Of course, they're gonna win.
Yeah, it was silly. Assault was tight. That was the tightest.
That was the best. Did you play the game at all? The Genesis game?
I played the Nintendo one.
It wasn't very good. I thought.
Yeah.
It looked a lot more fun to actually like play in real life than to play the video game. Like I wanted to do Assault. I wanted to
Yeah.
take the crossbow and shoot that target and shit. It looked really fun.
That was awesome.
I thought the wall was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
God, it was so boring.
Upside down track thing was pretty cool. I thought, as far as like a regular, other event.
The
The one where
Powerball
it's
was pretty good because people were getting wrecked.
Yeah.
What was it, like the other one, like Command and Conquer or something? Like they had to take the football and try and get in the end zone. It was so random. It was like almost two events. And then there was like the ring, and they had to try and get the like gladiator out of the ring or something like that.
Yeah, like a sumo thing.
Yeah, it was tight. That was tight shit.
They brought this show back, right? It's like
Yeah, it was fucking terrible, man.
Hulk Hogan.
It was
I didn't even
so
see the
bad.
new one.
I didn't watch it.
It was so they had a dude that had one leg on the show.
What?
He had one leg. He had a prosthetic leg, and it didn't look like a leg. It was like a flipper or something like that. it like helped him run better and everything. Like he couldn't actually have a leg, is it like he would be hobbling around, but like this little flipper or whatever he had, it helped him run quicker. And like he was pretty much getting wrecked, and like they were just putting on like this whole gimmick of like anyone can do anything if you set your mind to it. And then he went on the Eliminator, and like the very first thing where it's like the conveyor belt that's going down and you got to try and run up it.
Yeah.
Like he tried to do that. It was the very first thing in the Eliminator, and his little flipper couldn't get up it.
Oh my god.
So the lesson
It was-
is you
So
can't
first,
achieve your
first, first they
dreams.
tried to slow it down so he could, like, pretty much the other dude, like, got through the whole eliminator and he was stuck on this conveyor belt. And so they slowed it down for him just so he could try. And he still couldn't get up. And he got all tired. And finally, after like 5 minutes, they just stopped the conveyor belt altogether so he could get up it and do the rest of the eliminator. And then, like, he gets through it. And he, like, puts on this whole speech. He's like, I'm just proof that you can do anything if you set your mind to it. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. It was so bad. Like, after that, I don't see how anyone can watch that show.
You know, I had a goal for this podcast not to oppress any handicapped people, but, well, we didn't meet that.
Flipper.
So, what do you rate the Kitana Johnny Cage match? What is your number?
I will give it a controversial 7-3.
What?
Yes.
I don't know about
Even
that.
with the red kick on reaction.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about
Yeah,
that.
what about that?
Oh my god. Okay, so Instant Air Fan, a lot of times if she does it and you react to it, it'll just whiff. It'll just fly through her because she does that stupid backflip. And if she doesn't do it, Instant Air Fan, and you're waiting, like, so you can be like, oh, I'll just, get hit by the fan and then hit her as she's coming down. If she jumps backwards and doesn't do it until, like, later, then you're probably still going to whiff it anyways. Or you're going to, like, you have to try and time it perfectly so it hits her as she's recovering from that backflip that she does when she throws it. It is, like, ridiculous. Like, I don't have that problem with, Cabal Instant Air Gas Blast or anything because he just, leans back and doesn't do any sort of flip or anything. He's basically in the same position in the air.
He looks
But
like
that
he's
flip
riding.
is ridiculous.
He looks like he's riding an invisible horse.
What?
Probably
Cabal,
is.
yeah.
In his mind, he
This
is.
is a force. What do you mean?
Well, what if Foxy has PL-like reactions?
If he can punish back 3 every single time, then... Or if he can punish down 1 every single time on back 3, then I'll give it to him, and he's the best player in the world.
Do you think Daigo could do it?
I think Daigo would play Cabal and just be lame, and no one would be able to beat him. He would just use, like, Instant Air Gas Blast everyone until, like, whatever, and that would beat a lot of characters. Whatever pressure he'd do would probably be good, and then just make some sort of read on using EX Dash, and he'd be godlike at it. He would just dominate
True.
people.
Cabal is kind of like Ryu when you think about it.
Yeah. If
His
people like
EX
Daigo
dash
played
is like
this
a
game-
dragon punch. He's got fireballs. He's got his dash is like almost like a Ryu tucking medium.
Right.
It causes you to not do anything.
Wait, so you guys think Raiden is better than Cabal?
I don't.
I think he is.
I think Cabal is slightly better than Raiden.
I don't think I think Cabal has to adjust his game with some characters where Raiden has to do that with like maybe 1, maybe 2.
What about Cyber Sub-Zero?
What?
What about him?
What are you talking about?
I saw a post where they were saying that, first off, he can parry through those strings.
Right.
And secondly, I guess he can punish the teleport with a dive kick.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe 1 or 2 characters Raiden has to try something different.
What
Maybe-
about Sonya?
What about her?
If she can punish the teleport with the dive kick.
You can't punish the teleport with a dive kick. Man.
I'm just saying what I've heard.
You just block it and then he fucks her up.
That doesn't really make any sense because doesn't let's say you're on the ground, doesn't dive kick take 10 frames to actually start coming out once
I
you
guess
jump
it's-
and then do it?